I was ashamed when I realized that life was a costume party, and I attended with my real face.
Tavares, right in the butt?
What?
No.
Less than a minute now.
Tool time for 200.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. Ken?
What's a hoe?
No.
She has a very long back.
Taylor Swift.
Hey, throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker. Hey, throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker. Throw that motherfucker.
Hey guys, this is my girlfriend Becca. She has cancer, but I love her. Ugh! You can't find no black bitch with cancer? Girl, I know, right? With his weak ass.
I'm not sorry for what I'm about to do.
What are you doing?
Damn garbage.
Garbitch.
Yo, I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. Wow, I'm back. I'm live. Yo, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Monk Dan. Welcome to the channel, yo. It's been forever, man. I know. It feels good to be back, man. It really does, yo. If you're new to the channel, thank you for sliding by, checking out the channel. While you're here, hit the like button, send me some comments, and subscribe. Yo, I know it's been forever, yo. Man, I'm sorry that I've been away for so fucking long, man. Wow. I'm back. I'm fucking back. Thanks for checking out the channel, man. Today, man, as usual, first of all, if you're new to the channel and if you are old and you're like, yo, where you been? Yo, welcome once again, man. What I like to do on my channel is I like to seek and share wisdom through philosophy, right? Check it, yo. Today, man, we're going to talk about this book right here, the surprisingly truth behind extraordinary results by Gary Keller, man. Man, this book is awesome, yo. This fucking book is awesome, man. Chapter 12. We're going to talk about chapter 12 today, The Path to Great Answers. Yo, man. I mean, it's like every time I pick up this book, man, it's so powerful, bro. It's so powerful in my life, man. I'm so thankful that I read this book, that I am reading this book, and we're going to complete this book, yo. All right, The Path to Great Answers. First of all, why is this important, man? From my perspective, why is this important? If you like somebody like myself, man, and I even said it in my intro, I'm someone who likes to seek and share wisdom through philosophy. I need answers. Through philosophy, I need answers, man, because I'm going to ask questions, man. And this is great that I even said ask questions, because that's a part of this, the path to great answers is asking questions. Check it. He even starts it off. Gary Keller starts it off with the chapter saying, the focusing question helps you identify your one thing in any situation. The focusing question. Yo, so it's been a while since I had read this book, man. Actually, no, it hasn't. When I had my flight to Seattle, and I was reading the book on the plane. So it hasn't been a while since I've read the book. It's been a while since I've streamed, for one. But as a refresher, man, you might be like, what the fuck is the focusing question? Because I hadn't streamed in a while and I hadn't done those chapters. So I went briefly back to chapter 10, which is going to talk about the focusing question. And I highlighted a part about the focusing question. So check this out. I'm gonna read the small portion. It starts out by saying life is a question, right? Come on, philosophers, baby. We ask questions all the fucking time. So he says, you may be asking, why focus on a question when what you really crave is an answer? It's simple. Answers come from questions, and the quality of any question is directly determined by the quality of the question. Ask the wrong question, get the wrong answer. Ask the right question, get the right answer. Ask the most powerful question possible, and the answer can be life altering. So that I wanted to share about the focusing question. There's more details about the focusing question, but I wanted to highlight that because that kind of goes into what chapter 12 is about. The path to great answers. Also, another part that I highlighted from chapter 12, he says, you ask a great question, then you seek out a great answer. As simple as 2 steps. It's the ultimate success habit. Yo, that's powerful, man, because I'm actually going through something in my mental as I plan for something. I'm seeking out answers, yo. I'm researching. I'm like, oh, yo, because I want to do extraordinary shit. If you don't know, I'm just shout out Coach Greg Adams and the Coach Gang, man. Coach has been pushing us, the Coach Gang, man. He's been pushing us like, yo, boss the fuck up. Why? Because you are getting priced the fuck out, which is real, man. It's real shit, man. Prices, everything, the economy is trash. The prices of everything is going up, man. No one's giving a fuck about your feelings and all this moral bullshit, man. It's either you sink or you swim. And so right now, man, in my mind, I'm like, yo, I got to swim, bro. I got to boss the fuck up, man. And there is no other way, man. So I've been asking questions. What the fuck do I need to do? How to boss the fuck up? I've been asking questions, yo. And this is the path to great answers, yo. Let's get into it. Let's see. So Gary Keller has this awesome quadrant, man, that I'm gonna show you. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully you can kind of see this. This one right here. You probably can't see it. Okay, there it is. And I'll talk about it in just a second. So he has this quadrant, man. He has quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he inside the quadrant, he has these what's the word that he has? He has these concepts, I guess you could say, on the inside of each quadrant. Number 1, he says the big and specific. Number 2, big and broad. 3, small and broad. 4, and specific. What is this? What is all of these? If I can kind of simplify it in how I interpreted it, these 4 quadrants, he defined these quadrants as ways that you can ask questions to get specific results or specific answers, right? So let's get into it. Let's see. So I highlighted this part. The focusing question helps you ask a great question. Great questions, like great goals, are big and specific. All right. So he gives an example of how to utilize these quadrants. Let's see. So I'll read this part here. Where was it? Here's the example that he uses. Let's take increasing sales as a way to break down each of the quadrants using what can I do to double sales in 6 months as a placeholder for big and specific for the first quadrant. But before I do that, because that's going to get into everything, but he's using an example. Let me slow it down. I'll show you the quadrant one more time. These are the quadrants. These quadrants. In other words, he's saying, ask questions determining, like for yourself, for your future, your goals. These are questions that you want to ask to get particular answers, if that makes sense. And he's going to use an example as a question or a way to determine how to get the results that you seek. He's using this question, what can I do to double sales? But see, he's giving it the example for part one, but I don't want to go right to part one because he doesn't actually start with part one. But he's using a sales type question, if that makes sense, to illustrate an example of how to use these quadrants. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. So he starts with quadrant 4, right? Quadrant 4 was the small and specific. And I'll show you one more time here. Quadrant 4, the small and specific. All right. So he starts with quadrant 4, small and specific. All right. Here's the question, how he poses, how you attack these quadrants and to get the specific results you seek pertaining to these quadrants. So quadrant 4, small and specific. Here's the question. What can I do to increase sales by 5% this year? Right? This is for the small and specific. He says, what can I do to increase sales by 5% this year? Right? He says this aims you in a specific direction, but there's nothing truly challenging about this question. There's nothing challenging about it because it's small and specific. Right? And he goes into illustrate. He says, for most salespeople, a 5% bump in sales could just as easily happen because the market shifted in your favor rather than anything you might have done. So he's saying this is a small, as it says, it's a small and specific question. So the goal, as he was saying, how can I increase my sales by 5%, right? And so Gary Keller is basically saying, okay, so you want that question, but don't expect anything extraordinary because the quadrant said it's going to be a small result. It's going to be a small result for specific details or specific results that you seek. And how he illustrates or how he talks about this quadrant 4, he says low goals don't require extraordinary actions, so they rarely lead to extraordinary results. So this is a small and specific. You're going to get small and specific results. You won't get extraordinary results with this quadrant. Quadrant 3, the small and broad questions or that you seek. So he gives another question, and it's all based on sales. These are examples of sales. He says, what can I do to increase sales? This is a small question, but it's broad. And the question he says, once again, is what can I do to increase sales? So if you have this question and then you attack it from quadrant 3, this is what he says. This is not really an achievement question at all. It's not, he said it's more of a brainstorming question. It's great for listing your options, but requires more to narrow your options and go small. How much will sales increase? By what date? It just leaves a lot of room for more brainstorming questions. So he says, unfortunately, this is a kind of average question most people ask and then wonder why their answers don't deliver extraordinary results. I should say this. The purpose or the point of me saying all of this is because I seek extraordinary results in my life, right? I don't want to be ordinary. Ordinary sucks. It really sucks. As a man, I'm only speaking from a male perspective. When you're ordinary, people treat you like shit. Society, the world, it just treats you like shit. So I have to make myself extraordinary. I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'11". I'm not the greatest looking guy. I'm not a, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm average in terms of looks. I'm not this chiseled guy, Chad or Bradley. I'm not that guy, right? I don't have the gift of gab. I don't have the best comedic skills. I'm not an athlete. I'm not a great athlete. I have no athletic skill. All of these things, bro. it puts me in a category of being average. And it's terrible being average. As I said earlier, we are going through an interesting societal shift, meaning if you are average and below average, you're getting priced the fuck out of life. I don't want to get priced the fuck out. That's real talk, man. And shout out once again to Coach Greg Adams for pushing the mindset to boss the fuck up. Boss the fuck up, man. So that's why I'm reading books of this nature. The one thing, the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. I need extraordinary results in my life. This is why I'm sharing this wisdom with you and this wisdom that I've read for myself, that I am reading. Because I want extraordinary results in my life. Being ordinary is horrible for a man. It sucks, man. And I refuse to live my life ordinary. The rest of life that I have, I just refuse to live ordinary. That is why I'm reading this book, man. That is the basis or the meaning, if you will, the wisdom behind this, man. And so I'm hoping that it'll inspire you, because it's inspiring me and it's wisdom. So that is the whole point of this. So like if you are into quadrant 4, that's fine. If that's what you choose, quadrant 3, if that's what you choose, that's you. But I need extraordinary results in my life. I have to have extraordinary results to live, to survive in this world, because it is nasty out here. It's getting crazier, man. I cannot kid you. People are getting priced out of life. The prices of things are going up, and your wages have not gone up. People, I mean, it's going crazy right now. But there is a way, and I believe it. I know there is. There is a way out of this. And I have to boss the fuck up. All right, so let's go. We talked about quadrant 3, small and abroad. What can I do to increase sales? As an example, Gary Keller's like, man, this is kind of an average question most people ask and wonder why their answers don't deliver extraordinary results, because it's just an average question. It's broad. It's not attacking anything, right? All right, so here we go. Quadrant 2, big and broad. Okay, so here's the question he proposes. What can I do to double sales? Here you have a big question, but nothing specific. It's a good start, but the lack of specifics leaves more questions than answers. Doubling sales in the next 20 years is very different from attempting the same goal in a year or less. There are still too many options, and without specifics, you won't know where to start. So he's saying quadrant 2, the big and the broad. He's saying you're thinking big. It start off good, but it's still lacking specifics, man. There's no detail points to this part. All right, quadrant 1, big and specific. Here's the question he proposes. What can I do to double sales in 6 months? So now you have all the elements of a great question. It's a big goal and it's specific. You're doubling sales, and that's not easy. You also have a time frame of 6 months, which will be a challenge. You'll need a big answer. You'll have to stretch what you believe is possible and look outside the standard toolbox of solutions. Wow, that's awesome, yo. So if you're like me, man, and you're inspired and you are like, yo, I gotta boss the fuck up. He's saying quadrant 1 is what you're seeking. Think big and ask specific questions. And the question he used as an example, what can I do to double sales in 6 months? Wow. All right, so he says, see the difference when you ask a great question, you're in essence pursuing a great goal. And whenever you do this, you'll see the same pattern, big and specific. I'll read that one more time. When you ask a great question, you're in essence pursuing a great goal. And whenever you do this, you'll see the same pattern, big and specific. A big specific question leads to a big specific answer, which is absolutely necessary for achieving a big goal. Yo, man, yo, I gotta start asking big and specific questions. Note to self, I have to ask big and specific questions because I want to achieve big goals, man. To be extraordinary, I have to achieve extraordinary goals. All right, so another part, he says, so if what can I do to double sales in 6 months is a great question. How do you make it how do you make it more powerful? He says, convert it into the focusing question. What's the one thing I can do to double sales in 6 months such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or necessary? Turning it into the focusing question goes to the heart of success by forcing you to identify what absolutely matters most and start there. He says, he even asks why? Because that's where big success starts. I'll read that again because it was a bit choppy. Turning it into the focusing question goes to the heart of success by forcing you to identify what absolutely matters most and start there. Why? Because that's where big success starts too. Wow. Okay. Wow. And then he has another part, and then I'll be wrapping this up, man. He has another part. That was part one. Part two. He says the challenge of asking a great question is that once you've asked it, you're now faced with finding a great answer. So here we are. We want to find that answer, man. We want to find that answers, man. He says answers come in 3 categories: doable, stretch, possibility. Hear it again. I'll say it again. Answers come in 3 categories. So when you ask this great question, your answer is going to come in either of these categories: doable, stretch, possibility. Let's see. I even highlight. Okay, so for the doable, he says, with this type of solution, you're probably already already know how to do it and won't have to change much to get it. And he says, think of this as doable and the most likely to be achieved. So when it's doable, you can most likely achieve this one. And you probably already know how to do it and you won't have to change much to get it. That's for a doable answer. Remember, 3 categories for the answers: doable, stretch, and possibility. So when it's doable, pretty much you got that one in the bag. You can knock that one out. All right. So now he says a next level up is the stretch answer. While this is still within your reach, it can be at the farthest end of your range. You'll most likely have to do some research and study what others have done to come up with this answer. Doing it can be iffy since you might have to extend yourself to very limits of your current abilities. Think of this as the potentially achievable and probable depending on your effort. And check this out. High achievers understand these 2 routes, but reject them. Okay. So you have the doable, and then you have the stretch. So when you seek great questions and you got your answers, the 3 categories: doable, stretch, and possibility. All right? Doable, you can do it. You can reach that. It's attainable. You can knock that out. Stretch, it's attainable. You just have to stretch for a little bit. You might stretch out for a little bit, but you can get it. It's probable. And Gary Keller says the doable and the stretch. High achievers understand that these first two routes, they understand these first two routes, but reject them. Wow. Okay. Wow. Unwilling to settle for ordinary when extraordinary is possible, they've asked a great question and want the very best answer. Wow. Okay. All right. So if you're like myself, seeking a doable answer and a stretch answer, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Highly successful people choose to live at the outer limits of achievement. They not only dream of, but deeply crave what is beyond their natural grasp. Wow. Got to go beyond your comfort zone. Extraordinary results require a great answer. They know this type of answer is the hardest to come by, but also know that just by extending themselves to find it, they expand and enrich their life for the better. If you want the most from your answer, you must realize that it lives outside your comfort zone. Wow, I just said that. This is rare air. A big answer is never in plain view, nor in the path to finding one laid out for you. Wow. It's going to be a challenge. Ooh, it's going to be a challenge, man. Sometimes I ain't going to lie to you, man. I be just wanting to answer, man. Give me the goddamn... I be wanting to answer, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I gotta get out of my comfort zone, bro. I gotta get out of my comfort zone, man. I was comfortable, man, when I moved here to Wyoming, and I upgraded to the job that I have now. I work for the railroad, man, and I can tell you, man, salary wise, oh my goodness, comfortable. I was comfortable, bro. But what made it different this time, because it's tough on the railroad, man. I'm not gonna talk for too long, man. And right now I'm showing about 28 minutes in. But I just want to take a quick pause, man. I was comfortable, man. Like, I knew that the road to railroad life would be tough in terms of, for me, because I don't have a wife, I don't have kids, I'm a single man, I'm a free agent lifestyle, full life. Shout out to Coach and the Coach gang. That aspect of it, the traveling and all that, that's fine. But the furloughs was the toughest part, is the toughest part for me right now. It's tough. My first year going through furloughs, I got through it, and I expect them to happen. But this one was different. This second furlough that I experienced. Why was it different? Because I didn't sit home. My first year when I was on furlough, I just sat home. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just be patient. Just be patient. That's what they say. Just be patient. And I was patient. The second year, I was like, you know what? I want to travel. Let me just travel, man. Bro, I'm debt free. I don't have any kids. I was like, bro, I'm furloughed, man. Let me just go. Let me just travel, man. And now when that experience ignited something in my brain, because I went, man, if you on my social media, on my Insta, man, you'll see, man, I was in North Dakota, South Dakota. I was in Montana. I love Montana. I love Montana, man. Montana is fucking fire. I love Montana, man. I'm always in Montana. I'm going to be in Montana tomorrow. Yo, I love Montana, bro. I went to Oregon. I went to Washington. Man, took a flight back home, back to H-Town. I was taking first class flights, living in awesome hotels, 5-star, 4-star, whatever you want to call it, the Four Seasons. I don't know if you want to call it 5-star, 4-star, whatever. Just living life, man. I went to the Seahawks, the 49ers and Seahawks game. I had awesome seats, man. I need to post that shit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I went to the Mariners game. I had awesome seats, man. I had an awesome experience. I was bossing the fuck up, man. Just living life, bro. And something said, bro, even Robert Kiyosaki, man. I mean, it's all coming together, man. And I'm asking questions, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, and it's all clicking, man. It's all clicking. I want the easy answer, but I know the easy answer is not going to give me extraordinary results. I'm like, yo, how can I continue to boss the fuck up? How can I continue this, man? Because it's awesome, bro. I never done this for myself in my life, man. Shout out to the coach and the coach gang, free agent lifestyle. Coach is telling us, boss up, man. When I end my stream, I always say this: peace and be kind to your motherfucking self. And I was kind to my motherfucking self this time on this furlough. I was like, yo, fuck it. You deserve it, bro. You deserve to just see different shit, bro. You deserve it, man. You love the 40. I'm a 49ers, man. I'm 49ers, bro. And I was like, yo, I love Seattle, bro. Let me go out there and go get my tickets and enjoy the game, bro. And I did, bro. I was living. It felt amazing to live, bro. I'm saying all this to share with somebody, man, who may be listening, bro. Boss up. You will start to see life differently, man. I'm seeing life differently, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get these extraordinary results, bro. I gotta get these extraordinary results. And now I'm like, how do I get these? Like, I got it with the railroad, but I cannot continue with the railroad because of my other quadrant with Robert Kiyosaki, man, the cash flow quadrant. The cash flow quadrant, bro. See, right now, I'm in the E quadrant. I'm an employee, man. I'm a fucking employee, man. And I follow Robert Kiyosaki, man, on Twitter, and he made an awesome post, bro. Let me see if I can pull it up, man. I'm not going to be too long, but I just wanted to share this, bro. I just wanted to share them. Man, the clues are coming in. The clues are coming. I got to keep asking important questions. They're coming, bro. The answers are coming. Let me just share this, if y'all don't mind. I just want to share this, and I reposted it on my Twitter. Robert Kiyosaki said this: government shutdown? Question mark. Mass firings? Question marks. Are you in line to be fired? Question mark. Got the message? Question mark. Job security is a joke. No question mark. He says it. Job security is a joke. Maybe time to consider being an entrepreneur, not an employee. Take care. Period. Wow. That's where I am. I'm like, yo, like, whoa. And I've been on it, man. I've been mentally thinking, man, thinking, how? And I'm trying to gather. I'm asking questions. I got to start asking great questions. I got to think big and ask specific questions to get these results. Man, because, man, the railroad is, I mean, I'm still an employee. I can't expect extraordinary results being an employee. The economy is trash, man. The job market is trash, man. There was a report that Coach shared in his doom and gloom segment, and I saw it somewhere else. I can't remember where I saw it, but there was the synopsis, or what was being said was the minority people and another group of people were being affected in the job market, which shows an indication that the job market is not doing good at all. This shit is bad. So the signs are there. So I'm like, yo, and Robbie Kiyosaki like, yo, you're an employee, bruh. You're looking for job security? Bro, it's time, man. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time for me to boss up. Shout out to Robbie Kiyosaki. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Yo, it's time. Like, yo, they're saying, yo, it's either you swim or you sink. It's no in between. I just wanted to share that, man. That's where I am, man, in my life, man. So I'm trying to ask questions like, what the fuck? How the fuck? Like, I'm asking big questions, man. I gotta think big now. I gotta think big, and I'm thinking bigger. Having that experience, and like when I went to the Mariners game, I'll tell you what my seats were. I was the third row behind home plate. The third row behind home plate. I had never been to a baseball game. I've never done anything like that for myself. I was like, yo, the experience is amazing. I got to start thinking bigger, and I got to start asking specific questions. As an example, how he was saying with what can I do to double my sales in 6 months? He was saying like that's a big question, and it's specific because now you're putting yourself in a 6 month category. Like, how can I get this in 6 months? Wow, I just wanted to share that, man. That's on my mind, bro. Like, bossing up. I mean that shit with all sincerity for myself, for my life, bro. Because, man, it's more expensive being poor than being wealthy. Fuck it. I've been poor all my goddamn life. Why not boss the fuck up? Why not, bro? I deserve it. Boss the fuck up. All right, let me keep going, man. I'll be finishing just a bit, yo. Let's see. A possibility answer exists beyond what is already known and being done. As with the stretch goal, you can start out by doing research and studying the lives of other high achievers, but you can't stop there. In fact, your search has just begun. Whatever you learn, you'll use it to do what only the greatest achievers do. Benchmark and trend. All right, benchmark and trend. Let's see if I can make this simple. Let's see, because I highlighted quite a bit of other things, but I want to make sure I keep this quite simple. What the fuck does he mean by the benchmark and trend? Let's see, I highlighted quite a bit, and I just want to keep it simple. Let's see. I highlighted it. Let's see. I see the part where I put trend. Okay, I can read this bottom part. Okay, so the research and experience of others is the best place to start when looking for your answer. Okay, so here let's talk about what he means by the benchmark and trend. And I'll read that part once again. Whatever you learn, you'll use it to do what only the greatest achievers do. Benchmark and trend. All right, here we go. Armed with knowledge, you can establish a benchmark, the current high water mark for all that is known and being done. So this is a mark that what you see, he has an awesome little diagram here, right here. So you can kind of, with the benchmark, you can kind of see, as he said in right here, he was like, it's the current high water mark for all that is known and being done. So you can see where things are happening. You can see the progress. You can see the direction in which things are going. You can see these things, right? He says, with the stretch approach, this was your maximum, but now it is your minimum. So if you use the stretch approach, he's saying it starts off as your maximum, but it turns into your minimum. It's not all you'll do, but it becomes the hilltop where you'll stand to see if you can spot what might come next, right? So it's a marker where you can see where things going, possibilities, and then he also put the trend. The trend here. So you got the benchmark here, and you got all these little arrows going everywhere, and you can see possibilities and trends. I know that's a bit confusing. I probably didn't explain that one a lot. And he said this is called trending, and it's the second step. You're looking for the next thing you can do in the same direction that the best performers are heading, or if necessary, in an entirely new direction. All right, so if I can just make that simple as much as possible to understand what that means is, so you go through your stages of asking your questions, and you have your answers. You're that doable, the stretch, and I always get the third one, miss the third one, which is the most important. The possibility. There we go, which is right here. Right, which is right here. Possibilities up top. Right. So when you get to that point of establishing those questions, which we want to get to the possibility questions, the answers. We want that stage, right? So once you get to that stage, you'll be in a position where you'll be at the benchmark, and you'll have a clear vision, a better clear vision of what the fuck your goals are and what you're trying to do. And you'll have some direction, some vision. You'll see the possibilities, and then you can see the trends of how. And I don't want to give too much about what I'm seeing as well for what I'm trying to do, but you'll see how the market changes. You'll see whatever it is that you're doing. You'll see if people are going with the trend, or you can see if people saying, you know what, we're doing something totally fucking different, right? That's in a nutshell how that, if I can summarize that, man. I was trying to keep it super simple and keep it short as possible, man. I went off on a small tangent, man. I just wanted to share my life a little bit, man. I've been away for a while, and I'm just glad to be back. Oh, I want to show y'all my Mariners thing. I'm not a Mariners fan. I am not a Mariners fan. I just love fucking Seattle, man. I love Washington. I love Oregon. But somehow Seattle, man, has just won my heart. I love it out there. It's expensive. It's expensive. It's still on the coast, the West Coast. I gotta come with it, man. I gotta think big and specific. If you don't get anything from all the shit I just read and talked about, motherfucker, you better think big and ask specific questions. Look for specific answers, man. Detail that shit. Don't fucking half step. Motherfucker, think big. Think big, bitch. Ooh, where's that? Oh, where's my little clip? Oh, no, I don't have my clip. Oh, no, that would have been classic. Oh, man, let's see if I can add it right fast. Let's see if I can add it. If I even can find that motherfucker. I probably got it on my other goddamn computer. I probably do. Yeah, this is clip. This dude, he was like, "You better think big, bitch." I got it on my desktop. I moved it to my desktop, bro. That would have been classic if I would have ended that motherfucker like that. I don't have it. I don't have it. He was like, "You better think big, bitch." And I'm gonna start ending my streams with that one too, man. You better start thinking big, bitch. Like, for real, man. I gotta think big. If you want to get extraordinary results, you got to think big and look for specific answers to get those specific details or answers, responses. You got to think big and specific. Let's just keep it simple like that. Man, I'm Monk Dan. I really appreciate you hanging out with me, man. I didn't want this stream to be too long. I got to get some rest. I'm going to Montana in the morning, man. So I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. I'm back. I had that spark of energy to stream on this channel. I streamed on my other channel earlier, and something sparked in me like, yo, stream. And I'm here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really do. Hit the like button, send me some comments, and subscribe if you haven't done so, man. I appreciate you. As always, peace. And you already know, be kind to your motherfucking self, because this economy ain't giving a fuck about you. All right? Peace.
This let me eat you. One term. You gonna sleep for 3 days, my baby. I'm gonna make you cry.
How you gonna show us?
Ay, ay, ay! Thank you, bitch! Bitch, thank you, God damn it!